Hello everyone, I am Mr. Law from Excel Software. Today I would like to share with you to AutoCount. So if Excel is imported into AutoCount, we can categorize it into these 5 functions. The first is AutoCount's built-in import by Excel function. The second is universal import. The third is AutoCount import plugin. The fourth is AutoCount integrator plugin. And the last one is third-party app XML. So import by Excel. This is a built-in feature of AutoCount. So most of the master tables or AIPGL tables can be imported using this import by Excel feature.
Universal import not only handles those master AIPGL items, it can also handle sales items, stock items, sales invoices, purchase invoices, stock adjustments, and those that are more other than some standard master files, it can do all that. So it is a more detailed universal import.
The third one is the AutoCount import plugin, which is usually for those who use DMS or ERP or some warehouse management system. Their DMS has many Excel formats, possibly many sales invoice formats, not just one. If you have just one, you can use the universal import plugin.
But if you have more than one DMS Excel or a warehouse management Excel file, then it is recommended to use the third AutoCount import plugin.
AutoCount integrator plugin is related to this AutoCount import plugin. It can set every few minutes. It directly helps you fetch this Excel file or CSV file, so you don't have to manually load one file at a time into our program. The first 3 still require some manual effort, but the fourth one is already automated, auto-integrating those Excel files, auto-importing them into our system. Then the last one is third-party XML. This is for some programmers who will turn the program into an XML file. In this situation, they can choose to use this last method. This last method is more suitable for those customers with a programming background, or they used it into AutoCount. So today we will explain these 2, import by Excel and universal import plugin, because these 2 are quite similar with only a slight difference.
Earlier, we mentioned that the first method is import by Excel. Import by Excel has 2 places where you can use this function. The first is by logging into AutoCount. After logging into AutoCount, on the left side, there is a file called import from Excel. Here, it will have a series of listings that you can import into AutoCount. For example, import debtor, you can import through this screen.
But here, when you log in, there are some functions that we have hidden and not on this screen. If you want to see the complete listing of all the import from Excel functions, you can go to our Management Studio, the AutoCount Management Studio, where it is more complete. In AutoCount Management Studio, here there is an import. This entire list is more complete. Of course, if you want to import these listings, you see these debtor, creditor, we already have all of them, except for some more important ones, like sales invoice. For sales invoice, every item can be imported. For that, you must use the universal import plugin to import.
The universal import plugin, you must obtain it through a dealer. It can import listings other than these master ones. We will show you this plugin later. Today, we are focusing on the import Excel function. For this import Excel function, of course, you need to get the standard Excel template. Okay, the standard Excel template can be downloaded from our website, and then you will get this list. All these lists, the template for all the Excel files. You just follow this template to import.
So many times we will mark some red here. Red means it is a column that must be included. It cannot be missed. The others you can miss, can have or not have, but if marked in red, it is more important. So this is the standard Excel template.
Here, let's assume the template exported from your old system is like this.
You have two ways. The first way is to directly use the name of this header in the one you export. In Excel, you can follow these headers and use them in this template. This is one of the methods. The other way around, you can copy these columns into this template, or copy them into the template to fill it. That works too. If you're lazy and don't want to fill in column by column like this, then just use your original template and you only need to change its header. Just change the header. Here,
I want to let everyone know, oh, okay, we can first import certain fields. Maybe we first import the company name, address, and then we import the phone number. That's all fine, but it must be okay mapping with its debtor code. If your debtor code is different, it won't be able to import. It won't know it's for this debtor. There are certain specified columns that you must fill in correctly. This way, even if you miss some important information, you can import it a second time. So let's first try it out. Okay, so let's first try the debtor import. So we'll import the address and customer name first. We'll import first these columns. If these columns cannot be found, without the corresponding header names, they will be ignored and not imported. It will only capture those with matching header names. So we copy the entire row, including the header. You can Ctrl+C to copy, then go to our system of this import from Excel. Let's say I want to import debtor. I open debtor. Here you can select its debtor's master code, its contract account, the debtor's contract account. Then do you need to auto-generate a sales agent or create an area or something? If you have some agents and they are through this Excel customers agent, then you can directly check it and it will automatically help you generate it. If not, it's okay not to check it or create debtor code. Earlier, I didn't want to use the old debtor code. In AutoCount, we know debtor codes start with 300, but in the Excel here, the debtor codes are a 001, a 002, a 003, a 004. I don't need these. These are the codes I don't want. You can have the system automatically help you create. If it's auto-create, then leave the debtor code column empty. Or you can paste. But if there is some missing info, it will ask you if you want to follow or follow. If you want to follow, you just always use it. All these debtors will use NYR. It will ask you about some missing info. It will ask you, so you update according to your requirements. You see, it quickly helps you generate those debtor codes. It quickly helps you create that debtor code. So the method I just tried was directly in your existing Excel file. I copied that column. I also mentioned that you can copy these columns and paste them here. So let's try it. Just copy all the columns you want. Put it into our standard template. So after putting it into our standard template, if you don't want the first row, this is a sample. Usually we provide some samples for you. If you don't want it, just delete the first row. Similarly, you also copy from here to the column you want. Copy all the columns you have by right-clicking Ctrl+C to copy, and then you go into our system. I close it and do it again. Then go to import from Excel data, and then you paste from clipboard. It will fill it in for you. Just this. Here, we copied the columns we want to import. After copying, so you can ignore the debtor code and just copy from the company name to here. Copy it. Then go back to our system to import from Excel. Then import debtor. Here, you just paste from clipboard. It will fill it in for you. A series of errors occurred here because my template has a currency code. If I do not provide this column, it will automatically ask if I want to add this column's info. If I have this column, then I must fill in some information before it imports. Otherwise, it won't capture the details. But it's fine. Even if it cannot capture it, below it will explain which column we missed and you need to fill it back in. These errors will show up below here, so you can judge based on these errors and then modify your Excel. So here it needs the debtor aging. Debtor aging is the invoice date. You just put I. If you are using the invoice date aging, you put I. Here there is the open item format and the work forward balance format. If it is open item, you put B, O, or put O. So here we copy again. Alright, press Ctrl+C, then we come back here and you just paste it directly. The system will check again. If there are no errors, it is new. And then we just import it directly and it will be successful. It's that simple. After we finish importing, we can check again. Go to AR debtor maintenance. Check here to see if it really imported the column we needed. And since we imported the address earlier, we can also pull out that address. Go check if the info has really been imported. So These codes are newly generated. If you want to fill them back into Excel, you can right-click to export to Excel. Then take these relevant ones if you find them useful. You can copy and map them one by one, either using VLOOKUP. So these are already sorted alphabetically. So you just copy and fill them back in. This is our column, the data code column. If we need to import that new column, for example, this is phone 1, which we didn't import earlier. You might want to put this in phone 2. So you want to put this in fax 1. Assume you want to re-import based on these columns, but you only need to import these 3 columns. You don't need to import this address because we imported it earlier, so there's no need to import it. So we delete it. We can delete it here, so we can copy it again, but this time it must have the data code because we just want to update some info. Then in the case of updating info, we just copy related to the corresponding columns, but the data code must be the same. So we copy, then go back. Currently there is no phone. Let's check. So when we import from Excel for this import data, you just paste from clipboard. So we will import this phone 1, phone 2, and that fax. Then you import it. So check the data maintenance once more, refresh it. It comes out, and then you can pull out the columns for phone 1, phone 2, and fax, and you can see them. So you can arrange the order and then save those columns, save them out, save your data, the data maintenance table. After this, when you close and reopen the AR data maintenance, it will already be saved in that format. So I can also modify these existing columns. For example, if I want to change some information, I can also do it through that Excel and then directly import it back in. For example, this if I want to change to some that info, or if the first address is changed, we want to change his address. We'll take the first one for testing. This way to put the address and the correct or new address. Let's say we want to update that address. This way, we only need to take the first line, or just update this address. This way, we only need to copy those useful columns, the columns we use, we just copy. So remember, you must have this data code. The data code must be the same data code. Then when it imports, it will import based on this data code. It will import. So here you see its status is update. There are 3 statuses in total. One is new. New means new. New, it does not have a data code, or its data code has not been imported into the system yet. So it is under a new. If it is an update, it means it already has this data code, but it can update some info, including address, phone number, or we modified some columns, or if there is an error, it might show below the address is too long, it will show below the address is too long. There are 3 different statuses. So let's try, we just changed this address. Well, before changing, let's check one more time. So now its address is still this 129 ground floor. After importing it, then we go back to check that data. You refresh it. Now the address has been updated to the latest address. So besides creating those new codes or updating that info or updating some missing info, our system can also add some columns. Okay, for example, let's look at the previous sample. Here is a column with the code from the old system, In AutoCount, you can create something called UDF. You can go to the AutoCount Management Studio. Through AutoCount's Management Studio, we can add some columns. So, for example, this column is under data. So here in data, we add another column. We call that column O code. Also, if your O code is 50 characters, you just put text. If it's numbers or dates, you can adjust them. Here I put it as it's a text, so I put text then and log back into the system. You see, currently there is no O code column, so we log back into our system. Let's close these unnecessary ones.
Log back into AutoCount. You will find that in the data section, there is now an additional O code column. So how do we import it? You see here, it has the column name called UDF underscore O code. So we just need to take this column. We need to use Excel for this and change it to UDF underscore O code.
Just change this column. So here we need to import these two lines because it only needs to be based on the data code, which is the most important. The company name is not important. You don't need to copy it. So I need to import this data code and this O code. Import that O code based on the data code. So we just need to copy these two lines, then go here to import Excel, this import data. So just paste from clipboard and it will import this O code column, so we import. So here we go to data maintenance and refresh. So you will see this O code has already been filled in for you. This is a very useful import feature. So let me repeat. So remember to go to our website to download this template. So most of the import Excel features are here. If you want to import besides some reports in this list, like sales invoices, then we need to use another program. That's what we call the Universal Import plugin. Thank you, everyone.